Hey everyone, it's Downwind. I am back. If you're joining me brand new, my trail name is Downwind, so that's why I said that. And today, or next few days, we're going to be hiking the Choctaw Trail. We're actually going to be hiking a few different trails. And I hope the wind doesn't come out too bad. I might record this in another section. But so we're going to start briefly on the Choctaw Trail. And then we're going to go onto the Choctaw Nation Trail, or Indian Nation Trail, as it's been called. And then we're gonna use the Billy Creek Trail to hop back onto the Choctaw National Recreation Trail. So for those of you who don't know, like I didn't until a few days ago, this Choctaw National Recreation Trail is starts or ends in eastern Oklahoma, near Tallahena, I think is in this town. And it goes all the way to like Little Rock, Arkansas, like right outside of it. So I think it's like 300 miles. We're only doing a small portion of it. We're doing a loop. This is today's the 26th of December, right after Christmas. So my goal is basically just to kind of have three nights, and is it 3 nights? 1, 2, yeah, 3 nights out here. And then I'm driving up to see some family in northern Oklahoma. So anyway, that's the plan. Hey guys, so we're only about a third of a mile in, but I figured I'd share it because there's not a lot of information on the trail. There is a little campsite here at the first little creek crossing, and it's actually like a spring because there's kind of right here too. And this is all coming from the western side of the trail from Tallahena. So anyways, I didn't look too extensively on the trail, so I'm not sure if there is a trail guide. I'm sure there is. I just didn't want to pay for one for just a few night trip. So what I did was I just drove to 2 places where it crosses a road, and I just stashed a gallon of water at both spots because I was not sure what the water situation would be like. As far as mileage goes, we're doing about 55 miles. Again, I don't have like a guide or anything, so I'm not sure on the complete mileage. We're gonna try for 10 today. We got rain coming in, I think. When I left this morning, the forecast said 100% chance of rain tonight. So we're gonna try for 10 today. We'll see how far we can make it though. And the next 2 days will be about 15-ish. And then whatever's left over for the last day. Oh no. Yeah, 15, and then whatever's left over for the last day we'll do there. So anyway, that's the plan. Not really sure what else y'all are gonna want to hear, but I'll just call stuff out as I see it along the trail. Right now I'm kind of hiking towards Tallahena State Park. I'm not actually on the Cherokee Nation Trail or the Choctaw National Recreation Trail right now. This is kind of like another trail that connects to the National Recreation Trail, or the Cherokee Nation Trail, whatever it is. So I'll probably check in with you all when we get to the intersection of the two. Alright, so we just came from that way, from Old Military Road. If we continued that way, that would take us to the Tallahena State Park. And we're going to head this way towards Dead Man's Gap. We'll run into the Choctaw Nation Trail. So we ran into a campsite about a quarter mile ago at 0.7 miles in. We're only 0.8 in right now, so it's a lot closer than I thought it'd be. And then down there is a really flat area too from where we're camping. I don't think there's any water though. But I mean, you're not even a mile in from the road. So you could probably just pack that in for a night or two. So anyways, we will continue on. Hopefully the rest of the trail goes by this nicely. So Alright everyone, so we are at the intersection of the Choctaw hiking trail and the Choctaw Nation hiking trail. So we came from that way. We had a mild climb, which I think was a pretty good climb since I haven't really done much hiking. We're gonna take a right and go on the Choctaw Nation trail. So the first trail was marked with white blazes. The second trail looks like the Choctaw trail is marked with blue blazes. And then the Choctaw Nation trail is marked with yellow blazes. So just letting y'all know. Other than that, the weather's great. When we started, it was like 63 degrees, which I think will be the high for the trip. It's supposed to get down to like 24 during the night. I think tomorrow night, or maybe, yeah, I think tomorrow night. So we're prepared for that. But it was also supposed to be a lot colder right now, and it was supposed to be raining. So we'll see how correct this weather is. So far I'm enjoying it. I might actually switch to like shorts tomorrow if it's around the same temp. So anyways, mile and a third in right now, and not much else. There's only one more big climb today, but for now it's mostly downhill after sooner or later. So I'll check in with y'all later. Hey everyone, so about 100 feet back is an intersection with the INT trail, and it comes out to this kind of side-by-side trail. So I don't know how long I follow this for, but from what I've heard, the Choctaw trail is a multi-use trail that even like side-by-sides can use. So I'm thinking this might be it the whole way. I'm not entirely sure though. I'll keep my eye out. The data that I have for the trail line doesn't even show me nearby it. But up till I got to this road, I saw the yellow blazes for the Choctaw trail. So we'll just keep following this for a little ways. Keep our eye out for some yellow blazes. None up there. I think I ran into a trail like this a little ways back, so I think that might have been the cut through to here, and this is like an orange blaze. So I wonder if that's what they're doing. They're combining red and yellow. We'll find out. Hey guys, so we're here at mile like 7-ish for the day. Not as far as I'd like to make it, but there is a very nice site here, really flat. We came from that way, crossed that little stream right there, and tomorrow we'll continue that way. Not as far as I would have liked, but it's getting dark faster here. It's close to 5-ish. Sunset is around 5:20. So from there, and it's already cloudy, so it's already darker than it would be. So we're just gonna call it a day here. We're gonna have a long day tomorrow, but that's all right. We'll just keep going as we see fit. So tomorrow will be a much better day too. We didn't get started today till about 2:20-ish, a little after 2. So we can have a much better day tomorrow if we did 7 miles in about 3 hours. So anyways, I'll call it for tonight. I'll set up camp and I'll check in with y'all if there's still enough light.
Hey guys, so it is morning of day 2. I'm here at about mile 7, and we had a huge rainstorm and thunderstorm last night. The creek down there is probably swelled up to twice of what it was last night. We had thunder from like 6 p.m. all the way to like midnight, and then rain up till about like 4 or 5 this morning. I'm glad I almost pitched a tent here, which is all water right now, so I'm glad I didn't do that. Tent did okay. Definitely got wet inside though, especially by my feet. My sleeping bag's pretty wet by my feet, so I think the waterproofing just isn't what it used to be, which, you know, after using this for basically 4.5 months straight and then putting it in my closet for a year and a half and not doing anything to it, it makes sense. The sun is rising. It's probably right around 7 o'clock right now. I forgot what time it was exactly. First, we already ate. I'm gonna pack everything up, maybe grab some water, take a look at the clarity of it, and then we'll be out. It's really not too cold. Now that I'm out, I'm wearing my shorts, and it's not too bad. I'm a little cold, but once I start moving, I'll warm up just fine. So, anyways, I will check in with y'all later once I get going. Hey guys, so it's just about 8 o'clock, and we are heading out. Or it's probably between 7:30 and 8. But anyways, I got some water from the little creek down there, and it didn't turn out too bad. It always looks worse when it's in the creek, but once you get in the bottle, I could still see through it. I'm definitely still gonna filter it though, just because, one, this is a multi-use trail, so like vehicles and such can use, or can be crossing this water too, so you don't know what kind of fluids are in it. And then, because of the rain, you don't know what, oh boy, this is gonna be like Vermont all over again. But anyway, don't worry, I'll filter the water. Okay, yeah, this is just gonna be like Vermont. For those of you who don't know, along the Appalachian Trail, in the state of Vermont, it's jokingly called Vermud, or yeah, Vermud, because of just how muddy it is when everyone's hiking through it. And of course, because the hiking season isn't, well, it could be year-round, but it's not. Hikers naturally just come onto it in the worst season anyways, which doesn't help its reputation. So, just kind of giving me a little flashback of that. We'll see how long we follow this for, though. Anyways, so last night was not a terrible night. I still got some sleep, but it was very on and off until after midnight, and then I finally got a good chunk of about 5 hours. So, a lot of thunder. Closest I got to was 3 seconds between the flash and the boom. So I think that means 3 miles, but I've also seen things that say it means like less than or greater than, or like apparently it's not just equal to the number of seconds. So I don't know. And then at least the rain stopped. It's pretty warm right now. I'm just in shorts and a t-shirt, which I guess tonight is the night it's supposed to drop down in the 20s. So if it does, that's okay. As long as I can get my sleeping bag to dry out. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'll take this warm weather. Cross this way. Ooh. Oh boy. Alright, well, I'll check in with y'all later. Hey guys, so I'm on this forest road here. It's been going on this for like maybe 1/10 of a mile. I'm already seeing signs for the Choctaw Nation Trail again, right as it would go into a gravel or a paved road. So we'll just keep following this. We didn't climb up to the very top of that. We just kind of skirted down from around there. But very soon we should be hitting our first descent of the day, or downhill of the day. So, and again, weather's nice. Took off the beanie, just in shorts and a t-shirt now, so things are going great. A little bit slow getting started this morning, but we'll get back in the swing of things sooner or later. I don't know if I said it before or not, but I am trying to go something like 21 miles today, which is way further than I want to be going.
because the trail, I'm trying to get to the end of the trail today, which puts me at Billy Creek Recreation Area. And then, so that's 29 miles from the start. I only did like 7 something yesterday. So we've definitely got our work cut out for us today. But we've got 6 more hours to deal with today. So that's always a advantage. So anyways, I'll check in with y'all later whenever something interesting happens. Oh, there's a nice old piece of trash. There has been a lot of like cans and bottles and stuff on this trail. I've picked up a few of them, but if I pick up all of them on my first 2 days, I'm gonna have a significant amount on my last day. So I've decided that I'm just gonna wait till the last few, like 8 miles to pick up any more. So anyways, so there's another can. Since this video started, we've passed 2 cans, and right before it, we passed a bottle. So yeah, there's another can off in there, and a bottle. So I think a lot of stuff just falls off these ATV carts or side-by-sides. So anyways, I'll check in with y'all later. Alright guys, so I'm on what I think is a trail. We have markings, but this is not in the elevation guide. I don't think I'm anywhere near where I'm supposed to be going. It looks like I'm like doubling back to where I was before on that Jeep road. Which I guess is maybe just on that mountain though. But this is not what the map looks like. So whoever mapped it out last or first or whatever must have, there's a place to take a left turn on what looks like a much easier road. It's like a Jeep road still, and it's flat. So they must have taken a turn there and just called that the trail for the sake of the hiking project, when it is not. So we'll see how far this trail takes me up here. I don't think we have too much left going up, but not what I thought the trail would wind up being right now. Alright guys, so yeah, I did just backtrack. I was here. That's the road I talked to y'all on with all the trash on it. So when I came around here from the right, I started going down this way, and then I saw there's a sign over there that makes it apparent that's the ATV path, and this is the Choctaw hiking trail. So the hikers go this way, the ATVers go that way. Hikers can go that way too. I think that way's actually a little bit better, but this way is definitely shorter. Let's see if I can show you my watch. Yeah, see, I just did this loop right. We're gonna go back, and I guess I was wrong. There's another can there too. All right, well this way wasn't too bad though. It's less muddy, less rocky, more steep though, that's for sure. But yeah, boy oh boy, isn't that disappointing. Yeah, it's definitely annoying though. At least it wasn't too long of a detour. And we got some extra elevation in for the day. Yeah, see, because there's, I think, the path right there too. Oh man. Yeah, between this thing and then there's like a U right by the campsite this morning. I could have just kept walking up this rock slide and it would have shaved off like 1/3 of a mile. So anyway, I guess we'll get down here and then I'll take a break. Because yeah, it's supposed to be like after this downhill or that downhill, either way the same downhill, it's supposed to be relatively flat for maybe a mile. And I definitely didn't walk that flat mile by the time I hit this offshoot. So I'll check in with y'all when I get back to the junction, and we'll inspect it closer this time. Okay guys, so you can see a yellow blaze there. That's where I initially came from. And there's a yellow blaze that way and a bunch more. So I thought, okay, we just go that way. But apparently these both come from the same point, and you go this way. Even though I'm sure I'll see a yellow blaze any moment now. But yes, it was like a third of a mile up, third of a mile down for that most recent way. I also favored that way because I didn't have to go through this big puddle. But looks like I have to anyways. Oh yeah, so I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but on that tree straight ahead, there's a yellow blaze in between the two branches of leaves. So I would definitely have that marked better. If anyone from the trail crew is watching this that does it, you know, thanks for all the work you already do. But that is a bit confusing. So, anyways, back on trail now, no big deal, you know. It's bound to happen eventually, especially these recreation trails don't get, I'm sure, you know, a fraction of the funding that all the scenic trails and their crews get. So, you know, it's just probably some national forest employees, whatever time they have available. And then maybe a really small trail association that's solely volunteers and can only do stuff when the weather's good and when they have free time. So, you know, I appreciate the work y'all have already put in, but if I were to prioritize something to fix, that would be it. So anyways, back on trail now, and I will check in with y'all later. Alright guys, not even a minute later, we've got a river crossing. Up to this point I was trying to keep my feet dry, but once I saw this, just said whatever, let's just go get it. Feels like it's gonna be muddy. Ooh, and cold. Oh yeah, we're sinking in the mud. I hope I don't lose a shoe. Oh, that would be the worst. Actually, there's a, once you get through like half an inch, there's stone down there. I just hope there's no like roots or anything, or fallen trees. Ooh, yeah, that's a drop off. Alright, so I'm 6'1", and we're almost knee deep. Ooh, yeah, we're definitely knee deep now. Oh, I hope I'm going the right way. Not the strongest current, which is nice. It's nice and wide here, so it makes for a good river crossing. Alright. Yep. Now I've got no problem walking through this. Okay, well, first river crossing out of the way, or fording out of the way. Just over knee deep water. So, anyways, I'll check in with y'all later. Hopefully we'll go a little bit this time. Oh, this just looks nasty. Whatever. I think I'm in for a long day of this. Alright y'all, we just made it to another kind of forest road. Behind me to the left, it goes to the Choctaw Trail where we came from. If you go further, about 100 more feet, it links to the Buchanan Lake Trail. And we're gonna go straight because I see some markers there. I don't see any blazes, but unless that sign at the other side is a yellow blaze, which it looks like it is, we just got to get across this river. So no idea how deep it is. Definitely a lot wider than the last one, I think. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know how deep it is. I don't have the waterproof camera door. This one is definitely a lot stronger of a current though. But it feels like it's paved almost underneath me, which is nice. Oh. But definitely a stronger current. Ooh. Yeah. You can see, you can tell it's definitely not this high if it wasn't for last night. This must be what goes into Lake Buchanan. But looks like we made it. But that was definitely a really flat river bottom and really tough too. It has to be some sort of concrete. And you can kind of see it's like there's like a gravel type concrete there. So that's nice. At least it's not rocky, and it's not like with tree roots and stuff. Because then that makes it way harder when you have to focus on balance and foot placement too, instead of just maintaining your balance from the water. Okay, so just continuing on. We've done about just under 4 miles for the day. 4.3 if you count the little expedition we did back up the trail. Ugh. Yeah, so we're still on the Choctaw Nation Trail. It looks as if we go to the right. Yeah, there's an arrow. Perfect. So I think, yeah, we're heading down to Lake Buchanan. I think there's like a camp store down there too, and like a small little campground. I think it's like privately owned though or something. And it's like 500 feet off trail. So I'm curious about stopping there. We'll have to see how we feel when we get to it. So anyways, another river crossing down. I think there was one smaller one I did without filming, just because I'm sure after a rainstorm like last night it'll be fairly repetitive. So I'll check in with y'all later. Hey everyone, just kind of going along. It's been very sparsely marked, but I have noticed that there are these numbers, and it looks like they're about a mile apart, so they must be mile marker numbers. And I started at about, I think 11 or 12 is the first one I saw, which 6 miles out, it makes about, seems about right. And the last one was almost exactly a mile apart. So yeah, we're 8 miles in for the day. You're not too well marked, and you know, it's kind of slow going with this muddy, steep terrain. I don't want to slip, and just going downhill in general is pretty tough on the knees. And then you add mud in that, it just takes a while. So also, my phone died. I think it just got too much water last night. I woke up and it was kind of in a pool of water in my tent. And then I plugged it in to charge a little bit. And I noticed this morning too, the battery was draining really fast. Like yesterday, it barely used any battery. And then today, it used up like the remaining portion in a few hours. So I think, even though I just got the battery replaced on that like a month ago, I might have to go do it again. So hopefully it's just the battery. I really don't want to buy a new phone. But I'm just kind of letting it air out right now. Hopefully it'll work. If not, my parents might call the Forest Service after me. And boy, would that be embarrassing. So anyway, we'll hope it works out. Not sure what else to tell you. Without the phone, I don't really know. I know how much distance roughly I have left, but I'm not sure how accurate my measurements are and how accurate the trail is. So between those two, you know, it could be anywhere between 15 miles and who knows what. So anyways, just thought I'd check in. It's been a little bit. We're heading downhill. I think we're gonna go up maybe that one next, but I have no idea. I just vaguely know that we went up one hill and now we're going down, and I think we're about to go up another kind of right away. So anyways, I'll check in with y'all later. Hey guys, so I think I've mistakenly gotten on a kayak trail just because of all the water. Not really though, but I mean, to some degree, yes. I just crossed another river about 1/10 of a mile back. This one is even more serious now. Whew. Yeah, we're already into our knees. And we just got a little bit lower. This one has a rocky bottom too. And a fairly strong current. Yeah, I'm gonna need my trekking pole for this one. Alright, made it. I really had to concentrate on that one because it was rocky, probably like that is. Whew, man. Yeah, what a day this is shaping out to be. We're close to 10 miles in, about 9.5. So just about halfway done. And it's a little past noon, I think. So we're making good progress. I'd prefer to be going a little bit faster, but it's alright. Also, we got off that really disgusting fire service road. I guess we're just back on a strict multi-use. They were doing some preemptive or prescribed burning. So they had like bulldozers and stuff bulldozing that road, I guess, so other trucks and horses and whatnot could get in through there. Where this just seems to be more just regular old Jeep road, which is a little bit easier, I think. So anyways, check in with y'all later. Hey everyone, so I think we're at our first vista that we've had. There's even a nice railroad tie bench here. And just looking north towards the scenic drive or byway, I think it's on that ridge there. I can't really see any roads from here. I think that's what it is, at least. Anyway, we do have some sun peeking through, which is nice. Hopefully it'll help dry out a lot of the puddles. And then still have a ways to go, but we'll get there. If not, we'll be a little bit short, but it's no big deal. Today was if it happens, that's a great day, but between not going as far yesterday and having a slower start today, I think I'll just be happy to get within a few miles of the Billy Creek campsite. So, but anyway, I was literally just thinking that we haven't had any vistas, and here we are. So, yeah. So I might sit here for a little bit, filter some water. I got some down at a stream before we did this climb, but I haven't filtered it yet, so I'll probably do that. Hey everyone, so we're between 12 and 13 miles in for the day. We got a nice little view here into this little valley. I've seen a few farms kind of through the trees, but now finally have an opening to see it all. And it looks like the clouds are blowing away from us now, which before it looked like they were blowing, like now they're blowing to the south. Before it looked like they were blowing to the north. So I don't know what's up with that. Hopefully that storm doesn't come back around. That'd be an adventure all over again. So anyway, the trail's gotten a lot better the last like 2 miles. Still a lot of puddles, but it is really, really flat, which is nice. If I can keep like this, I'll be one happy camper. Hey everyone, so I think I'm getting close. I got this really big, I'd almost call it a river, but I guess because the rain happened last night, it's a lot more swollen than usual. But I just hit 20 miles for the day, which I think is a good accomplishment. I still don't know how far I have left to go because of my phone just flat out dying and not taking a charge. So I don't think it'll be more than 5 miles. So anyways, the trail, I haven't checked in with y'all in a while. The trail has taken a lot of different turns, both good and like scenery wise, it hasn't really changed much. The vegetation changed a little bit up on some of the foothills. It kind of reminded me of like kind of the high area of Arizona. Okay, this is a good sign. There's a nice, oh well, that is a would be a bridge if it wasn't flooded over. So then this must be Billy Creek then that we're going up. Yeah, so Choctaw Nation Trail, there's still a sign. So that's good. Hopefully there's some sort of bridge or something to cross this, because this is going to be a pain in the butt if, oh no, looks like it ends right here. All right, I'm going to put everything in Ziplocs then, because this is going to be torment. Hey guys, so I made it here in time. Here, let me see. We averaged 2.5 miles an hour over the whole thing, which I did stop it during some breaks. What achievements? I don't know what that means. Done. All right, yeah, it's 5:06 right now. So we did amazing. There's a couple camping here. So I was able to use their phone. They're super friendly. They actually know some people that hiked the AT, I think back in 2017 when I hiked it, which is funny enough. Yeah, so I'm kind of right next to them, but I don't want to crowd them, obviously, with it just being the two of us in this area. But it is nice to be close, just in case. I get another text or something through their phone, or I need to send a text. Yeah, and they even offered me some food, which I just don't like taking food from people. I don't know why. I didn't even do that on the AT. You know, some people call me not a thru hiker because I don't yogi from people, but I don't know, man. I don't know. So anyway, I made it though at 5 o'clock. So if you're hiking the Choctaw Nation Trail, when you cross that river that I left y'all off at, once you cross it, go right, and you're gonna cross 2 like concrete bridges, and you're gonna wind up here. I went left initially for like maybe a third of a mile, and then I turned right and I found a sign that said Billy Creek Camp Area this way, follow road. So I just followed the road and here I am. So whoever put that sign up, thank you so much. Probably would have been wandering around for a lot longer had I not seen it. So anyways, thanks. Alright guys, so just a little overview of the camp area. Behind me is the entrance, and then some bathrooms. This site has electricity as well as the site down there, I think. But those are probably like camp host spots, or the one is for day use maybe. I'm over there on the left. It goes up a little ways, but not too far. It's just me and that one car there. And then there's another car further up, but they're not on an actual site. They're just camping somewhere else, it looks like. Which it's funny that I didn't run into them, but I guess they're maybe going on the horse thief trail. So anyways, that's it. Oh, here's a water spigot too right by my site, which is kind of why I chose it, because that means it's right close to mine. But I can't get over how happy I am to have made it here by, what was it, 5 o'clock when I made it? Yeah, 'cause it's 5:27 now. Which means tomorrow I only have to do 15-ish miles. I might push it a little further. Yeah, I don't know. And then the last day just only do about 10. So, anyways, I'll check in with y'all tomorrow.